Good morning from Mt Sneffels near Ridgeway, Colorado. Day 4 already of my annual fall photography trip. Today I'm at Mt Sneffels there, and it's raining right now, but that's all right because we're still about 10 minutes before the actual sunrise. And you can see a little light sneaking through over there on the eastern horizon. So hopefully get some light through and it'll just light all these up. Now, if you remember my videos from back in, I think, 2022, last time I was here in this spot, I said, I don't really think I like this spot and I'm never probably going to come back. And then here we are the next trip out and we're back. And some of that's due to the tire issue yesterday that we need to go resolve as soon as we get done photographing sunrise here. But these trees, they don't look very good in this camera video right here, but when you see the pictures, these are the best these trees have ever looked. And with these clouds, hopefully we get a little light, and this could be just a great morning here in near Ridgeway. So stick out this rain, and let's see what happens. All right, sunset time has come and gone. Uh, Never got any real good color up here. There was just a tiny little bit of pink right on the face of the mountain for a minute or two, but now we're kind of hoping that you see these kind of lighter clouds. Hopefully some of that comes in around here, adds a little texture to the sky. I'm going to have to warm this video up in the video editing software after, because right now on my screen, what I'm looking at is way more blue than what I'm actually looking at out there. The trees are way more vibrant, and this video is not doing that justice. So I'm going to stay here, see what happens with these clouds, get maybe some real moody shots of the clouds up above the peaks there. So, wait it out just a little bit longer, and then it'll be time to go deal with my tire. As you can see from the really bright glow behind my head, they're starting to get the sun to break through and hit these mountains. We're just waiting for light to hit the valley, and should be a really nice photo. It's already starting to hit the peak, so it should be just another matter of minutes. So here's the first image after the sun made it all the way down to the valley, and I just love this. It's probably one of my favorite images of the whole trip. You got the dark background, then Mount Sneffels is spotlit from broken clouds, letting some light through to the mountain. Then you got more shadows on most of the dark green pine tree hills, and then the foreground is just totally lit with the nice warm sun. It's really interesting that after one trip after I said I probably would never come back to this spot again, here I am, and not only did I get a picture I really like, it's probably one of my favorite pictures from this trip. Now here's another picture taken just a few minutes after the previous picture. This one's looking about 90 degrees to the right from the last one. It's amazing in the mountains how different the lighting can be by just turning 90 degrees. This one's looking almost due north. There is some nice shadows and nice contrast in here. Doesn't have quite the dramatic lighting the previous one did, but still a nice view looking up the valley. Okay, we're up here on the $1 Million Highway where the aspens are past peak, but there's still so much cool pockets in there. So Josh and I both have on our big, long telephoto lenses, and we're just like finding clumps of trees. It's hard to explain, but you'll see the pictures here in a minute, but really cool. We're really close to town, and I have to be back down to town for a phone call here at noon. So we just came up here real quick, working this hillside for about half hour, 45 minutes, and then head back to town. I can take care of some business and then back out into the forest. On the way back to town, we came across this moose with her 2 calves. Okay, after getting to town, making my call, and getting back out here in the National Forest, now driving through Aspens. We took Josh's 4-wheel drive Jeep up here. My car would never make it back up on this road, so out here now exploring the forest. This one's kind of cool. There's some huge aspens, and then a lot of them are falling over, so it's kind of an interesting scene here. I don't know what I'm going to find for pictures, but just going to look around. Is also we're kind of in between rainstorms, so maybe find some wet aspen leaves. That's always kind of a cool look. The waxy leaf, the sprinkles kind of bubble up on the top of the leaf, so check that out. Got some pine trees mixed in here, so going to explore the forest and see what I find. We spent the afternoon watching these changing conditions over Mount Wilson from our perch high atop Last Dollar Road near Telluride, Colorado. All right, made it out here to the Mt Sneffels view right there, or we're at the view, but there's Mt Sneffels. Right now, conditions are looking good. Actually, I've already taken a few photos with the aspens behind me here, all kind of lit up by the sun. Interesting note, we're here way late, like more late, I think I said before in a video, we're here probably a week later than we normally would be here, at least several days later. And that whole hillside there is still green, so interesting. You know, these trees are past peak, but then there's this whole hillside that looks good. So I'm really hopeful that tonight will be finally one of those magic nights where we put it all together and have just a great evening photo shoot. So really looking forward to it. Gonna make a sandwich real quick and have a little snack before the real good evening light starts to settle in, and take a lot of pictures. Okay, here at Mt Sneffels, waiting for sunset, and we're getting less than an hour away, and it's getting really good conditions, so hopefully it pays off. But there's one major thing missing from this photo shoot.
Where is everybody?
Well, it's getting closer and closer to sunset, and there's all the high wispy clouds forming above the mountain there, and I think we have all the elements of making an awesome sunset tonight. So hopefully this one last cloud burns off to the west and all these high wispy clouds light up above. We'll see in about a half hour. All right, so quick explanation here. When I was editing my day 3 videos, I kept thinking I'm missing footage. There was just parts where I was putting the video together, sequence after sequence. You know, my videos are chronological from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. And there's certain areas, especially in the middle of the day on day 3, where I just thought I'm missing, there's footage missing here. I have pictures, I remember being in the spot, I remember talking into the camera, but it's just not there. And I thought, well, maybe I didn't hit the record button or whatever, so no big deal. I made that video come together. There was a couple awkward spots in the middle, and maybe a little bit towards the end. But overall, the video came together. It wasn't my best video ever, but it was still, the story of my day and what we did. So now I'm editing day 4 here, and there are totally video clips missing, a lot of video clips missing. So a few minutes ago when I panned to Josh and Josh says, "Where is everyone?" Then I made a video, I made a video explaining that normally that road that you see behind Josh and I, that is bumper to bumper to bumper all the way down for like a mile, and it's packed full of photographers. And I know I explained that, but that clip is not here. And then now at the end of the day, I was stringing together the last couple sequences, and right as the sun starts to set, I don't have another video for the rest of the day. So I'm going to show you the photos that I took that afternoon and evening, and I'll do a little voiceover, probably put some music to it, but I don't have an exit that says, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again next time. So I've complained about my GoPro cameras a lot, and then a lot of times when my GoPro stops working, then I jump to my iPhone. And I don't know if this is an iPhone issue, the missing clips, if it's iPhone or GoPro. I can't blame it. But I will say, if the GoPro didn't stop working all the time, I would have to use the iPhone. So I'm about this close to getting a entry-level Canon video camera and just eliminate all those issues across the board. It would be a much nicer thing to deal with in the field, and it would definitely be much nicer to deal with here on the video editing. So enjoy the rest of this short video. I don't even know what day 5 is going to bring, because it was a weird day to begin with, and I don't know how many video clips I'm going to have because I haven't looked forward to it yet. But again, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy these last few clips, and we'll see you again next time. This evening was a far cry from this afternoon, where we were in rain and clouds all day. This beautiful warm sunlight changed and danced across the hills as we sat there and enjoyed the view. Out of the 4 times I've been to this particular location, the conditions we experienced this night were the best of all of them. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you again next time.